we are going to be talking about the top 5 things that you must do to fully promote your next webinar. And I have to say, this is the question that I get asked the most. And with my students, with my health coach students, we talk about this for hours because there is so much to it. But I wanted to put together a little snapshot because this is important that we go through all this work, right, to promote, to organize a group program, and to organize a webinar, and to have 1 or 2 people show up and they're your family member. It's like, that doesn't feel very good, right? So I want to teach you some strategies, so things that you need to do. So if you have a notebook next to you, please have that handy. So I want to hear from you in the comments. So if this is you, just give me a big fat yes in the comments. Are you worried no one will show up for your next webinar? Or maybe you've hosted a live webinar in the past with only a few people in attendance when you're actually hoping for a lot more. So I'm just going to look in the chat. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of yeses here. Absolutely. And just to let you know, you can continue to just message me directly, or if you want, you can change it to everybody. Let me actually just see. So you have the option to say all panelists, or you have the option to go to everybody. And I'm just going to do a little switch here, make sure that Joanne is up as a panelist so she can do more things. I like to have a VA on because then I don't have to worry about putting out links and different things like that, right? It just makes it a little bit easier to do that. So I'm just going to quickly get all that set. So we're ready to go. That's something I continue to miss, but now I won't ever again, right? So I just want to let you all know that it's absolutely possible to have well-attended webinars. So we just need to have the know-how, the strategy of what we need to do and when we need to do it. So we're not just going over and over again, worried about what are you supposed to do. You're going to be learning today about what that is. So I want you to stay with me till the end of the webinar because I'm going to be giving a free gift to all of you. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this free gift during one of the tips, but it has consistent weekly theme ideas for Facebook group, all the different things that you need to know how to create and grow an engaged Facebook group. And I'm going to talk a little bit later about how an engaged Facebook group converts to higher attendance at your webinars. And also at the end, if you stay with me and decide to work with me and go on with this wellness journey, I'm going to have an opportunity for you to get your hands on another special bonus, and I'll give you all the details at the end of this webinar. So before we get started, I just want to make your time today count. It's a Sunday. You are rock stars for showing up on a Sunday, and you made this time for yourself to learn and tune in for a reason. And I truly believe that for us to make a difference in our lives, we need to be focused. We gain so much more value if we let go of our distractions, we turn off our phone, we make a real difference with our work and where we're going forward. I know I am a work in progress. I used to be a big multitasker, and I'm constantly working, and notice that when I just pay attention, I am finding more value. So if we haven't met yet, thank you for being here. My name is Lori Kampa. I am a business and health coach, and I just want to take a few minutes to introduce myself. So these are my 2 beautiful teenagers, and Brooke turned 18 yesterday. I can't believe I have an adult child now. But my degree is in business and psychology, and I went to the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. And this is me. I have been teaching yoga online. I teach seniors, and I give wellness workshops right now online, but starting in May, next month, I'm going to be going back in person to some in-person workshops, which is so exciting. But what I really want you to know is that I've been giving workshops for over 25 years, and this is before I became a health coach even. I was with Meet Minneapolis, Convention Visitors Association. I planned expos and conferences all over the world. So I know a thing or two about how to plan a successful workshop, and it's not about being perfect. It's about just being ourselves, but we need to know what to say for transformation, to have education and sales also in mind. But since I've been a health coach, I've written over 30 workshops. I know what works and what doesn't work. And 90% of my clients come from my workshops. I would be completely lost and not able to support myself and my two girls if I did not do workshops. So I can simply say no to the clients and the projects really that don't feel right to me, and yes to the clients and the projects that really give me energy and light me up. So I'll come into the chat room. I just want to hear from you. Could you imagine how it would feel if you just only said yes to the clients that you truly wanted to work with and the projects that truly light you up? So just give me a yes in the comments. I know I love letting go of IT stuff. I love letting go of the things that really drain me and also take me away from doing the things that I am good at. Yeah, so I'm seeing lots of yeses, of course. So as I think you all know that are here today, giving wellness workshops absolutely is the single most powerful way to make an impact in the world, right? We're growing our clientele, we're growing our income, and also it grows our freedom because we're working with groups, so we have more time. So it really changes our lives in so many levels. So let's just dig in now to get right to the content, because I want to give some time for some live group coaching, bring you guys on and really hear some examples. So I'm going to be going over my top 5 things that you need to do, must do, to really feel like you're fully promoting your webinars. So the first one, and this might sound odd, but just stay with me. I want you to think about your promotions 30 days before your webinar. And you might be thinking, what? That seems so long, but the key to success truly is to prepare your prospects so it's an easy yes to sign up. I want them to say, oh yes, I already know Debbie, I already know Ann, she's been showing up on Facebook Live, she's been emailing me. So all they have to do is say, I love that topic, I'm going to definitely sign up. So we need to build that relationship to a want, so that it's not a cold audience, right? So if you're doing your first webinar, I want you to have some relationship already going ahead of time. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this as we go on. But if you address your promotions in that weeks leading up to your virtual workshop, you're going to feel so much more confident and ready to go. So this is a lot about looking at your calendar. So you may even want to look at your calendar now, or if you're watching this on the replay, you can pause it and then go through your calendar, because we're going to be looking at that. I like to print off, and I also have a huge calendar over here by the year, so that I can see when are going to be my webinars, when are going to be my programs, and then my 30 days before to give me adequate time to do something. So I want you to look at your webinar dates and also write the dates that you're going to promote the webinar, and then the dates before that to build that relationship with your clients. So we need to mark that calendar with the deadline also for your promotional offer, when your program is going to begin. There's a lot of information that we just need to look at a calendar, write it down so you know exactly where you're heading and what to do when you do that. So look at those webinar dates, write them down so you know exactly what you're going to be doing. So I 100% believe that the key to success in a webinar is the preparation before the actual webinar. So we need to warm up that audience again, so it's that easy yes to sign up, so they already know you and they want to hear more from you. So I want you to, if you're not right now, take notes so you can get prepared for your next webinar so you can feel confident and ready to go. So here is my outline. This is just a Google Doc that I do for Workshops Done Academy. So I like to write it out in this method. So it shows me, when is going to be my time just to really build my relationships, when is going to be my date that I have my webinar sign up, when are going to be my webinars to promote the program, and then when is cart close, the last date, and then when is the actual program going to take place. So those are the most important dates. And so when you're looking at running a group program like a detox, it's not just the week of the detox that's important. It's about that time before. So I usually run a January detox, and I would love to run it the first week of January, but I know what my ideal client is doing the last 2 weeks of the year. They're the ones doing the cooking, organizing all the holiday information, and they may not have the time to see the promotions, right? So I do mine the third week of January. So I have that time of promotion and knowing that people are going to see it. So we have to think about our ideal clients and when they're going to see that webinar sign up, what they are doing. So for example, if you want to do a screenshot, this is a great one to do a screenshot on. So think about, so if your detox starts on a Thursday or Friday, your group program, then you're going to want to have that cart open. The cart open date is also the day you do your webinar, because when you do your promotional webinar, you're saying, hey, enrollment is open, right? So you need to have your sales page, your auto email, everything ready before that. And so then you know what you're going to be doing before that. I like to promote the webinar at least a week in advance, but you can go 7, 10, or 14 days. I would not suggest promoting further out, because what studies show is that if you have somebody sign up 14 days in advance, they're not even thinking about you when the time of the webinar comes. So the closer somebody signs up until the webinar, the more likely they are to actually show up live. And there's a lot of value when people show up live because it's more interactive. And then before that webinar, that's when you're going to be building your list. So here is, we need to choose our date and our time that most of our ideal clients would be able to attend. So think about, what is going to work for the most people. And research states that most people will attend a webinar on a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or a Thursday. But definitely think about a date and a time that your ideal client would be able to attend, because our niches are different for each person. So if you are not sure the optimal time for your audience to tune in, you can ask them. I mean, I love creating polls in Facebook groups, or you can use a Google form or a SurveyMonkey to send by email. But most people enjoy giving their opinions, especially if it's a quick question, and they're now more likely to attend since you asked when they could attend. Plus, asking them about their availability, it's really just another form of engagement, right? And you're building your relationship with them. So I do like to offer my webinars 2 different times. So you can think about, if you're not sure, you can give multiple times so that when they register, they can pick what time that works for them. So I usually do one at a 2 o'clock and then one at a 7 o'clock Central Time. But when I'm just doing my health coaching clients, if I had to pick one time, I would do a Tuesday at 7 p.m. That would be the best time for my ideal clients, which are females who are very busy in their lives because they have a family and also professional. So think about, to just experiment to see what time slot has the most people attend. Now also take into account time zones when you're planning your webinar. So list up to 4 time zones in your descriptions to make it easy for them to see what the webinar's time is in their own time zone. So also, the thing that I absolutely love when a date is chosen is that, and you get the title out there, it's putting it out there. There's a certain energy about this. When I first did my first webinar, I put it out there in a Facebook event post and I got a little squirrely. I thought, oh my goodness, there's no backing out. I have to do this. So I would like you to, if you're on the replay, pause this to look at your calendar, choose a date to give a public webinar. You can choose this if you don't have a group coming up. Just do it to get experience and to grow your list, because webinars are the best list builders around. And think about having that 20 to 30 days before to give time to really engage and get to know who the people are in your groups. So I'm just going to go here. So this is another way of looking at that calendar. So if you back it out, maybe you decide for your consistent weekly engagement, you're going to do a Facebook Live every single Thursday. Maybe you're going to be emailing every single Tuesday. So these are just some ideas of what can you do to build that relationship. And the Facebook Lives, the 30 days before your webinar, you want your your content and your emails and your Facebook Lives to somehow relate to what you're going to be doing. So for example, if you have a group detox program and your webinar is about detoxing your body for beginners, maybe your Facebook Lives are just going to be 7 minutes each week or 10 minutes, 5 minutes, somewhere in there. And the first week it's going to be crowding out with water, and it's all about water and your email and everything that you do that week. And then maybe the next week you're going to be talking about crowding out with vegetables, or having, replacing with the sweet vegetables when you have that craving, or you talk about artificial sugar. So you're just giving them a taste. And then you can say, hey, if you like this, I'm going to be having a webinar coming up soon. So I'm going to be releasing the registration in the next week or two, so then you're telling them like something big is coming up. And so that when you do announce it, they're like, oh my goodness, I need to get on that because I love what she's saying. So again, look at the whole calendar, the whole 2021 calendar. So I like to do like a detox, like I said, like that third week of January. So then I'm going to be going backwards. April, you need to look at Easter to see what Easter is. For me, I have a lot of Catholics in my community. So I always run my detox during Lent because they love to give things up during Lent. So it helps with that. But again, I would not want to be promoting over the Easter weekend, nor would I want to be running my detox right after Easter. So I like to have 2 months in between all my programs. So to have a detox program in January, in April, in July, and then in October works out great that you're building in between, but you're not overloading them. So you're giving them that time, and you're having that time to build in between. So think about how you want to warm up your list. How do you want to get more people on your list? So for example, this is a lead magnet that I have, 5 ways to kick the sugar habit. And so you can promote this to your people who you already have on your email list, but you also can promote it when you're in your Facebook group and you're having a conversation and say, hey, this is something that I have for you. So I love also having the Facebook Lives go towards what I'm giving out for free, so that you can say, hey, and if you like more about how to kick this sugar habit that I'm talking about, crowding out with water, then you can come here and then download my 5 tips and have more information. So you can see how everything has a theme, right? Kicking sugar also relates to detoxing because you will kick the sugar habit during my detox, right? So now you need to plan the dates, have everything put together, and then think about when you're engaging that in advance, do you already have a Facebook page? Do you already have a Facebook group? If you don't, I need you to start those today. And we need to have both of those groups. So if you want to grow your target audience, Facebook groups are an outstanding way to connect with your audience and grow your wellness business. So there is a significant difference between a Facebook business page and a Facebook group, and then a Facebook personal page. So the business page is your official profile of the business, while the group is where people discuss all the interests that you have, about being healthy, whatever your engagement is. Another way to think about it is the Facebook page is similar to a business card, and your Facebook group is inviting them into your VIP room. So it's a great way to increase your visibility. And I love it because I can build relationships. And also they see you as that expert because you're getting up and you're doing Facebook Lives, you're posting a lot, you're emailing them. So the Facebook page and group are an extension of your business. It's a place that you can cultivate community in that group, build the relationships in that online space that you might not get in email, right? We don't always get replies to our emails. So I strongly believe that workshops are the #1 way to build that crucial, that know, like, and trust factor. But to build upon this foundation before you say, hey, here's my registration link, I believe Facebook groups are a vehicle to continue that conversation more deeply. So And beyond this, I mean, your clients, your potential clients are probably already on Facebook already, and they do provide a lot of value and they connect with your audience. And that freebie that I'm going to give you just for showing up live, I'm going to give you a link at the end, but it's 12 pages and I go in depth about how to engage with your Facebook group. So definitely download that. But the desire to serve others in some capacity creates this, in a Facebook group, we have this free like judgment zone, right? So people feel comfortable connecting with you without that fear of being judged that they might be overweight or in pain or have had, whatever it is. So it's that safe haven within these communities that they need advice and you're there for them. So it's a crucial element in getting people to sign up because you've already been there for them. So in this freebie, you're going to get, consistent, weekly theme ideas, consistency. So if you're multitasking, come back to me because I need you to hear one of the keys is to be consistent with your engagement, with the relationship building that you have. You want to welcome your new members every single week, encourage peer engagement in your group. You want to learn about your group members so you can ask questions to learn about them. And again, there's so much value on Facebook Lives, and the Facebook algorithm, even though it frustrates me that it's constantly changing, it loves lives. So we know our posts are not going to show up for everybody that's in our group. We need to do more lives so that they can see that engagement. So we have to always continue to grow that group. So this is a screenshot of my mindful health VIP support group with me, Lori Kampa. So when I started this group, it was just for my paid clients, and I was using my business Facebook page as a way to interact. But as most of you know, when Facebook has changed things, the Facebook page now is not very active. I still need to post things. I still need to do videos because Facebook likes that. But here are 2 questions that I love, and you want to keep them easy. But when they ask to join my group, I want to find out what is their biggest health concern. So when you're thinking about what kind of webinar should I create? What kind of group program should I create? What kind of freebie should I create? You have the intel, because so you can provide the resources that they really need. And you're going to be inviting people that are your ideal clients, but some people are just going to find you on their own. And also, I love to get their email address here so that you can communicate with them, not just in Facebook, but also by email. So to ask, I'm so happy you are here. Please share your email address so I can send you the free guide on reducing and quitting sugar. Thank you. So then you can have them put in, and then they're also on your email list. So I want to hear from you all in the comments. What is one way that you will warm up, build those relationships, and grow your email list? Is it, are you going to be setting up a Facebook page? Are you setting up a Facebook group? Are you going to be more consistent in your Facebook group with your theme ideas? Are you going to be consistent with a weekly email? Are you going to be doing Facebook Lives? So that's great. I'm just going to see this question here. It says, should we do Facebook Lives on our business page and link it to our group? So I would do lives in the group and I would do lives in the Facebook page. So the page, many people are not going to actually see it there, but Facebook likes it. And if you do any Facebook advertising, you are actually going to have a better experience and save a little money because they're going to get to know who they need to target. So it just loves lives. And so when you do Facebook advertising, it's going to be from your page. And so you can track things with your videos to retarget some things, and it's much more confusing, and I'm still learning about this as well. So I'm just going to see, would you suggest, another question, would you suggest we also use Zoom and go live from Zoom and offer the link like you're doing here? Monica, that is such a great question. I'm so glad you brought that up because I did not include that on here. Absolutely. I love Zoom. I feel like it's a better experience to interact. And especially when we are going to be doing some group coaching, I think it's easier that I can just unmute some people and I can just hear you talk. Facebook Lives are just a little bit more clunky to do a PowerPoint. You definitely can, but I like to have it in both ways. And then I had Joanne put the link into the Facebook Live with the Zoom link. So if somebody is on Facebook Live and they want to come here and they want to interact, you can do that. It is really challenging. Like I will have Facebook Live, I have it up on my computer, but to see my notes and to see the PowerPoint and these notes, it's really hard. So a lot of times I like to say everything's happening on Zoom, but again, somebody might be just on their phone and they're thinking, oh, I have the next hour free. I'm just going to scroll on my phone, and they see, oh, Lori Kampa is live. And then they're going to see that. They're going to see Monica is live and she's talking about ways, to kick diabetes or whatever your topic is. And so people are going to say, oh, I want to check that out. So, okay, Renee is going to do more Facebook Lives. Wonderful. So Renee, I want to hear from you. What does that mean to you to help keep you accountable? I love to have goals that are specific. So is it going to be once a week? Is it going to be twice a month? Is it going to be at the same time? Or are you going to do it anytime? I like to do it at the same time each week, so people know that they can mark their calendar. But when I first started, it was more of what was what I felt like it. But I think if we can have more consistency and structure, it's better. So you can also put it on your Facebook group header. That is great material to say, weekly Facebook Live, 3 p.m. every single Wednesday. So people that are just joining, they know. And that's when I go live in the workshop support for wellness entrepreneurs Facebook group is every Wednesday at 3. So you guys know I'm going to be there. So Monica's saying, asking for the email and the member question. You have to copy and add them to your list before you approve them. Yes, Monica. So I have my VA who's on here with me, Joanne. She does that. So she goes and copies the email list. She also takes the answers to the questions and puts them in a Google spreadsheet so that I can see those, because those answers do go away. Absolutely. So you need to do some admin work. Now there's some programs out that you can do as well. I like Joanne to do it because then she also does my welcome every week. She messaged me a question. She wants me to tell her what the answer is, and then she's going to put that out for me. So you can decide what's going to work for you for admin to do that. But it's important to do that. And sometimes people won't give you their email, and that's okay. I will see, like, okay, are they credible? Maybe I would include them anyway. Sometimes I will, most often than not, I will message them and just say, hey, I just want to make sure that you're a right fit for the group, because we don't want any spammers or somebody in there. And when you ask that email address, you aren't getting spammers or people that are going to try to steal people's identities. So Gwen's saying, my brain is fried right now after doing a 5-day challenge last week. Oh, Gwen, but think about it, Gwen. The smart thing with doing workshops, webinars, challenges, you create it once, then you repeat and refine. You just continue to repeat and refine. And so it's not, the first time you do it is always the hardest. So she says, not sure where to do my lives to invite people next time. So Gwen, I know that you have a new Facebook group, and so you are just for people who have migraines. So that is going to be an absolute wonderful way to get more people and to have a freebie that they are going to want, so you can get their email address. Yeah, so Lori's saying, I really need to be more consistent in my Facebook group. Diane says, how do you get them into your Facebook group? I'm going to be talking about that a little bit more, but Diane, in the freebie that I'm going to be giving you, I'm giving, I think, 12 different ways in my freebie how to get people into your Facebook group, because we could do, I will do this. I will do a Facebook Live on this, but it's a very long, it's a lot more information. But for workshops, DEM members like Diane, I will do a special class just for you guys, so you guys know exactly. Yeah, she's asking, what can you post in your content? Oh, on your contact in your page. I'm not sure if I'm understanding that. Do you get the email to give the free gift before they get in the group? Yeah, so I give them the free gift as they come into the group. And then you may not get everybody to do that. And then if you have another freebie, you can have that there. When I first started my groups, I didn't have my questions set up. So I'm offering freebies all the time to get people that are already in my group. And I'm assuming that you guys are probably the same way as me, that maybe you didn't have that set up, so you can offer something in the group right now. So yeah, so Renee is going to be doing the lives weekly. She does every other week right now. Awesome. Monica says, I'm going to be doing more emails to my group and then more lives. Okay, so lots of comments, lots of good feedback. Thank you so much. So tip number 2 is create a simple registration page. And I have to say, this is something that is a huge mistake that some people just say, like, email me or call me. It's very simple to do this. So I always have a registration sign up for every webinar or even your in-person workshop, so you can add them to your email list. We're always growing the list. And it's easy to create a simple registration page. So you want to have one call to action on your page to sign up. So make it easy. The keyword is easy. I always think about how is it easy for them to sign up. So you can use Zoom or Eventbrite if you don't have a website yet, or if you don't know how to do a landing page. You can simply direct people in your emails, in your Facebook group, to a registration link on Google or on Facebook. I'm sorry, excuse me, on the Zoom link or on Eventbrite. So, and then you would have to create an Excel sheet. It's a little more clunky. I like to use a virtual assistant to set up my landing pages. So you can make something very simple. So I'm just going to quickly show you these pages. This is from Zoom, just so you all understand what Zoom offers for, that it's really easy. All you have to do when you're creating your meeting notice is to say that, yes, you want to have it that they need to register. And then I always change the password to something that's related to that. Don't let them memorize 5 numbers. Put in something like detox, put in Gwen, put in whatever your company name is, whatever it is, so that they remember it and it's nice and easy. Here is the link. Now, one thing I don't like, it is a long link. You can go and shorten it, but you do have an easy link. This took 1 minute for me to create, 1 minute. So this is what it looks like when people sign up in Zoom for the free registration, the meeting registration. And you want to just make sure you're not asking too many questions. Every single question you ask is one less reason why they're not going to sign up. So I always think first name and email, that's all you really need. So after someone registers for the webinar, set it up so they'll be directed to a thank you page then, or a confirmation page. So it's a simple method, but you can skip this if you are not sure how to do this. So ask them to share the webinar then with your friends. Tell them it's always more fun when you're doing something new with friends. And I have my virtual assistant set this up, but you could simply have an auto email sent up without a thank you page. So just think about what was going to be your preferred method. But in that Zoom, this is what happened. So I signed up for a fake meeting that I did, and this is what came up. It was just an absolute easy thing. It says meeting registration approved. So that's like the thank you page. And then what I really like is that it gives me an option then to add it to my calendar. And when people add it to your calendar, they are going to be more likely to show up because they're going to get a reminder to show up. So then I went into my Zoom account, and then I can see, okay, who are my registrations? And then I just went under my personal email, so I could see this here. And I think most of you all know I'm legally still Lori Carney, but I'm changing back to Lori Kampa. So I'm in the transition period. But this is nice because then you can just download all the emails and then send them out an email with more information, or an email to say reminder to show up. That's an important part, is all these emails. So we need to set up these auto emails, or to have just a way that you can communicate with them, to saying, thank you so much for registering for this workshop. I'm so happy you signed up. In this workshop, this is what you're going to learn. And you might be thinking, why am I saying this again? Because people forget what they signed up for, right? And you want to tell them what to do. I want you to mark this on your calendar now, but just be yourself when you're writing all these emails. Imagine writing this email to your ideal client or to your best friend. So this email should have all the information about the webinar, dates, times, all the time zones, link to connect, and just set this up auto if you can as soon as they sign up. You're going to want to have all your emails written and ready to go, because you're going to want to have like an email the day before and at least one email the day of the webinar. Every single reminder email needs to have the link to connect. And it might seem like you're doing overkill, but not every one of your emails, I'm sorry to say, gets opened. So this is what the email that I got from Zoom. The fake meeting that I just set up this morning was just detox secrets for beginners. So that was the title line, the confirmation. So it's nice and easy. So again, I want you to feel comfortable. I know a lot of coaches, including myself when I first started, I was like stuck in my tracks because I didn't know how to do a landing page. And you don't need to do that. You can do something easy when you first start. Oh, I have a video on here, but I don't think it's going to play. Nope, it didn't. Okay. I was going to show you, and I will show you when I'm done, my actual page on my website. So I want to hear from you. How are you going to set up your registration for your next webinar? Are you going to do a landing page on your website? Are you going to do it with your email service provider? Are you going to do it with Zoom? Are you going to do it with Eventbrite? But what is the way that you can register for people so you can get their email addresses and that you can then remind them to show up? So let me know what it's going to be. Yeah, so some people, if you have, like Gwen has like a landing page in Kajabi, and then she has the auto email sequence. Yeah, there's a lot of different options. So number 3 is promote your webinar on social media. And I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker through these because I know I am a little bit long here. So the rule of marketing is that it takes 3 to 7 times for someone to see the same offer before signing up. So just remember, you are not bugging anybody. You're not selling them anything. You're giving them something away for free with their webinar. You can even promote a free, a show up live bonus to encourage them to show up. So write out all your emails in advance to promote your webinar. And I like to do 4 emails to promote the webinar. So if your list is small, you can use Facebook, Instagram. Just think about, where does your future ideal client like to hang out? Put yourself in their shoes, and you can increase your promotional audience to include LinkedIn and Twitter and Nextdoor and so many other places. But when you can post on, Instagram and Facebook, those are the best for the last minute reminders. You probably noticed that I'm constantly saying 30 minutes, 5 minutes, going live, so that you get a notification, because we all get busy and we might go, oh yeah, that's coming up. So, and your workshop is going to have professional feel before it even starts, because they're seeing your posts, they're seeing your social media images and different things like that. I love just taking the emails that I'm writing to encourage people to sign up, and I take that and I shorten it for social media. I might make it put emojis. I love emojis. So just think about how you can do that. And it's nice to continue to do that Facebook Live, that the week before your webinar, you're announcing it. You're going to have a lot of people sign up from that Facebook Live. The week before that, you're going to be saying, next week, we're going to be announcing this, right? So you're going to be continuing to tell them what they're going to do. Think about their point of view. They're going to be saying to themselves, how is this workshop going to help me? So when you're writing out your emails, when you're writing out your posts, think about, how is this going to help them? So this is tip number 4, is one of my keys, and you absolutely must do this. You need to do all of these, but number 4 is sending personal messages. So be sure that your prospects and your current clients all know about your upcoming workshops. So, but to create that real, and I feel like just more of that personal connection, personally email them, personally message them on Facebook, personally text them. Think about each person that you have on. I like to create like a warm leads list, and I usually try to have about 40 to 50 people that I'm like, these people would love to do my detox. I just know it from either they've done it in the past or that we've talked about it. There's been some kind of inkling. And so then when you message them, you can say, hey, remember, we talked about this, whatever it is, so that you can have that personal feel. And it doesn't take that long. And I love it because then they communicate back and I get to know them as well. So, and think about, does your friend like to text you? Do they like to be on the phone with you? Do they like to do Facebook Messenger? But explain to them why you think they should attend, because that's a sure way to get them to commit. Not, hey, I have this, will you come? Why? What's in it for them? And always ask them if they know anybody else who'd be interested in attending with them. It's an easy way to get more people that are new on your list. So again, think about, why is the workshop worth their time, their energy, maybe even their money to attend? The bottom line, we need to tell people multiple times why they need to show up. Why is it worth their time to attend? And speak to what the needs of your ideal client has, and excite them by telling them how your webinar is going to provide these actionable steps with transformation for them. So with every link or every email and every post, include the link to register for your workshop. Don't say like, oh, go to the Facebook event. Again, we need to make it really easy. So just think about what it's worth for your clients to show up. If they're thinking, I'm depressed, I'm in daily pain, I'm addicted to junk food, we need to reach out to them, because we know that by working with you, you can absolutely give them a different future. What is it worth for them to be healthy, energetic, eating a healthy diet, living the life they've always imagined? And so if it takes us a few extra minutes to personally message to make a difference in someone's life, then we need to do that, because that's our purpose in life. And there's not enough health coaches to reach everyone, right? So we need to go big. And so we're promoting these webinars, because then we can just have these little conversations to have a big conversation as a group. So it's important to reach out to each person individually. And the fifth thing is, we need to end strong on our webinars and then follow up for success. So we're promoting them to get there. And one of the biggest mistakes I see health coaches make is that they get them there and they give them the education, but they don't tell them how they can work with them. So we need to think about how they can have the opportunity to go deeper with you. I also always want you to record, let them know that there's going to be a replay out, because a lot of times people might miss some of it and they want to catch it. But usually about 30 to 40% of your registrations will show up live. So that's 60 to 70% will not show up that have signed up. So therefore, many are going to watch that replay, but you want to get as many to show up live as possible. So during the workshop, tell the attendees that you'll be following up with them with an email or whatever you're doing that's something of value. Maybe it's recipes. Ask for their business over and over again. Give them an opportunity to sign up with you for a free health coaching consult, to sign up with you for a group program. Maybe you can offer a fax action bonus, but you want to think about what's the logical next step. You want your attendees to say yes. So have all your emails, social media written and ready to go for after your webinar. That's when the true success happens. They need your group program or your one-on-one health coaching program to get real results, right? We know, it's a disservice if our webinar makes them feel that they can move forward on their own, because we know that that's not true. So it's an art and a science to not giving too much information, just giving the right amount and letting them know that the next step is to work with them. We want them to feel inspired, excited, and ready to take action, even if they don't buy from you. I always think about my Facebook Lives, my workshops, just as coming from a place of service to make a difference in everybody's lives that show up. So whenever I give a webinar or an in-person workshop, it's nice because it increases, the more people you have showing up for a webinar, the more likely that they're going to be able to be filtered into either your one-on-one program or a lower cost online program. So by effectively promoting your wellness workshop, your webinar, you're going to be on your way to having that thriving, successful full-time health coaching practice. And that's what we all want, right? So we need to do all the steps to promote the webinar, so all the steps going forward all work out. So I hope you understand how powerful it is to promote your webinar, to have a huge attendance, and how powerful it is to actually give the workshops. I think wellness workshops are the most effective way to sell one-on-one coaching and to sell group programs. So I just have a quick question. If you would like me to help you create your wellness workshops and teach you how to do them as quickly as possible, give me a yes or a heck yeah, whatever in the comments. I want you to see how powerful it is when we do these lives and we do these webinars, how it helps us to find our clients and creates this profitable business. So just give me a yes in the comments if you are seeing the power of all of that. Yes, I'm seeing yes, yes, yes. And so if you're ready, and if you're saying yes, and if you're ready to grow your health coaching practice, then I'd like to invite you to join me inside of Workshops Done Academy for Health Coaches. This is the only step-by-step, results-focused implementation program, and it has proven done for you workshops, and it shows you exactly how to build your business with wellness workshops. And just to let you know, at the end, we're going to have time for live Q&A and group coaching, so stay on with me. But I want to tell you, this is what you're going to put into action. You're going to get this comprehensive step-by-step plan how to grow your wellness business with workshops, so you can be known as an expert and attract your ideal clients. You're going to know how to master showing up live and give virtual workshops with confidence every time, even if you've never done a live workshop before. You're going to know about how to put into action marketing and promotional strategies. And if you liked what we did today, we go a lot deeper, so you know exactly what to do and when, so you can grow your business faster. So you're going to increase your revenue with time-saving, done-for-you workshops and marketing materials, so you can sell to a bigger audience, the webinars, and then get your programs and your coaching program to be sold as well. And I have been told over and over, unparalleled support, and there's like-minded peer community of health coaches, and it's really fun because we all move forward together to fast track our business. And you also have coaching and a wellness business strategies to move beyond that fear, any limiting beliefs, so you move into this growth mindset to have a bigger impact in your life and in your business. So you go through a 8-week detox for your mindset. So Workshops Done Academy has 6 modules and a welcome module. So you're going to get roadmaps and checklists and calendars. You're going to learn about the accountability program right when you get in. You're going to be able to define your ideal clients. You're going to get set up with the Done For You workshops. And you're going to learn how to repurpose these workshops. So if you're thinking about Facebook Lives and podcasts and emails and posts, I'm going to teach you how to streamline your business, how to write your biography and give confident introductions. Module 2 is all about confidence as a rock star, and how to sell but not to be salesy, learning how to share your stories to have that biggest impact, and really the secret to converting the clients into paying clients, and creating a beautiful wellness brochure that you will use in multiple ways. And just module 3 is how to work with just webinars. Workshops Done Academy is for in-person workshops and webinars. But this is a lot about mapping out that schedule, the entire launch strategy, how to engage, how to soft sell. Module 4 is all about the marketing. Module 5 is about booking ourselves at venues and at corporations. So you have all the materials to do that as well. And module 6 is all about success for the next 12 months. And we celebrate what you've all done. So the whole thing is a value of $27.50, and that's for 36 lessons over all the modules. So you get everything. So you get all the training, you get downloadable videos, swipe files, meaning I give you exactly what you need to say, what you need to write, and you can take that. a tech how-to library, all organized and online from your computer, tablet, or phone. All of the done for you materials you can create to be your brand colors. So you can see on the screen here, this is the wellness workshop brochure, and Stephanie, her colors are red. So you'll notice in my PowerPoint, that's the only red thing on my whole slide, but I want to show you how she made it to be her own. It's one of the templates you can choose from, but she put it on her with her photo, her bio, her colors, and it's as easy as that. So Rebecca says one of the best decisions she made was jumping into Workshops Done, and that she could not have given her first workshop without the program. She loves the PowerPoints, the handouts, the speaker notes, and it was a way that she could promote her online detox. And I love that she would get signups right on the spot. So you're going to get the entire training. You also going to get 8 live weekly small group sessions with me. And this is just for us students. And you actually have access to a whole year of these group live coaching sessions. So there's going to be 2 other times that you'll have 8 weeks that you can jump in later on as well. So these are I love these group calls because you can get unstuck in a matter of minutes. And it also helps with accountability that we talk about things in module 1. Then the next one, we talk about things in module 2. And it's so much less scary when you're all doing things at the exact same time. So Christy is one of my students, and she's like, yeah, the content's fabulous. She loves that I can hold your hand. And that's what I think about, is that I'm walking you through this and we're holding hands and I got your back, right? She says, I'm someone who does much better when I have accountability and guidance to keep me on track. Yeah, I'm the same way. You also get access to a private Facebook group that's just for Workshops Done Academy members. So I am very active in that, and I love that it's active and it's really supportive, non-judgmental, and it's a place that we all lift each other up. And Melena says, I just love everything about Workshops Done. Seriously, it's so thorough. The assignments are great, your delivery, the content, all great. And she's just said, I also appreciate that you're so good about answering questions, which we are going to get to questions soon. So I just want to point out that I do have a money back guarantee. And I don't just want everyone just to sign up, okay, I'm just going to try it out. But I want, if you're serious, I want you to sign up and know that you can always get your money back guarantee. So coaches that are 100% ready to jump in and do the work, and you won't get results if you don't do the work, right? So if you do the work and you're still not satisfied, you can show me your work within 30 days of enrolling, and I'll give you a free fund. So Lori says, I recommend Workshops Done Academy to other coaches. It is really doable. Lori is a great coach and very calming. So many coaches in the same boat, and my accountability partners are still my accountability partners. I love them. She said, my first workshop done, well attended with 40 people, a great experience. I love the accountability program because you meet your best business friends. You meet weekly, and you are in the supportive group to hear and also to collaborate. So you're also going to get the Done For You bundle, How to Kick the Sugar Habit Wellness Workshop. So all this comes with it, the whole bundle. So each Done For You workshop comes with everything you need to present with success and wow your audience. So you get PowerPoint presentations, you get one for virtual, for a webinar, you get one for in-person, you get different types of handouts to choose from, very detailed speaker notes so you can choose what things you need to say, workshop descriptions, alternative titles, all these marketing pieces that you need. And you have my permission to edit with your name, with your business logo, and you do not need to give me any credit. So Suzanne says, I recommend working with Lori. Her program is super organized and informative scripts are easily customizable. So I have a 4th bonus for you, and this is to help you make joining even easier. So another Done For You workshop bundle, all about reducing stress. So this one is only if you purchase by April 20th. So you get 2 PowerPoint speaker notes, worksheets, and this one you even get another bonus one about how to keep your holiday stress in check, which has about half of the same tips as the regular one, but I do revise it for the holidays. So you get everything here as well on this bundle. So that's a total value just for the bonuses. It's almost $1,800. So it's about $4,500. And you might be thinking, okay, but what are you charging? So you can get started today for just $9.97. And in fact, to make it even easier, I have a 3-payment plan. So you could actually get started today for just $387 and 2 installments to follow of just 30 days apart. Or if you want to do that one-time payment and be done with it, you can join for $9.97. So all you have to do is go to workshopsdone.com/program, and all of the details are waiting for you. So you can choose that 3 payments to make it easier for you, or do that one payment. But if you might be thinking, okay, maybe I'm not good enough or special enough, I just want to mention right now that I am not extra special. I am not perfect in the minds of people giving webinars. I don't have access to exclusive experts, technology, or resources, but what I do have is a proven roadmap. And I follow this roadmap in my health coaching business, and that's what I'm offering you inside of Workshops Done Academy. I had started with 0 people on my list, and so if I can do it, I absolutely know you can do it too. So the program has everything that you need to be successful at workshops and to convert the audience into paying clients. The course pays for itself in a couple workshops. So typically people start out charging $395 for an hour workshop, but many people get $50 or $500 to $1,500. So if you did a workshop just every other week for a year, that would be over $10,000. Plus, you'd be getting paid thousands more in new clients. So many people earn their money back just in one workshop. So for example, if you do a paid workshop and you charge $39 for people to go to your Kick the Sugar Habit, and you have 25 people, well, you already paid for the course. And then everything after that is just more. So Lisa says, from Canada, she says, I just sold out my first sugar workshop. It's already paid for itself. Thank you so much. So are you feeling that you're ready to be known as this wellness expert and attract your clients? So I just have to say, I have one more sweet bonus for you. I love to support you, and I love seeing how your business grows. So this is one that really applies to the topic that we talked about today. This is a fast action bonus. So if you enroll before we end here, you're going to get this fast action bonus as well. So this is all about how to grow your email list as soon as you get into the program. So it's done for you, guide, a 10-page guide, marketing materials on how to kick the sugar habit, these 5 ways. It's fully customizable with your brand colors, your name, your photo, and you get everything. I have all the copy you need for your landing page, your thank you page, all your emails, your social media posts. So videos and worksheets with step-by-step directions to teach you how to execute everything. So right now, the whole program is worth over $4,800. So Linka says, if you're wondering if Workshops Done is for you, the answer is yes, if you want to grow your business, hands down. I've definitely found it to be much easier to get people into my workshops. I can't imagine doing it without Lori's incredible support and program. So again, you can get started today, just $387, and then you get 2 installments to follow, each 30 days apart. Or if you just want to do that one-time payment and be done with it, you can join for $997. So for more details and to sign up, go to workshopsdone.com/program. So again, just for showing up. So if you're multitasking, come back to me. This is important to hear. So just for showing up for live with me today, you're going to get a free bonus. So do a screenshot of this. It's all about that, how to create and grow an engaged Facebook group that loves you back. This is a huge ebook. So you get 13 consistent weekly theme ideas, welcome post questions for membership to get their emails, 18 open-ended questions for engagement, how to grow your Facebook group. Diane, this is that question you had, those 12 different ideas, and just learning about the prime real estate, that header, and different things like that. So you can download that at lorikampa.biz /gift. So make sure to grab that. So Edie says, I was able to customize everything and present a content-packed workshop with ease, thanks to all the materials already created. Is it worth it? 1,000 times over. Lori has tested everything and offers huge support and generous inspiration. So before I go any further, I just want to bust through some fears real quickly. What you're going to overcome is your fear of getting out there, showing up on video, fear of no one showing up, right? The fear of not knowing what to do and how to do it, and how to let go of fear and move forward with that positive mindset. And I'm not going to read all this, but Christine is wonderful. She just says, that Lori is one of the most generous and supportive coaches. She's always there to support us, and everything is so well done. The materials are priceless. And Mary says, if you're on the fence about investing in this program, just jump in. You'll be glad you did. The quality of the content Lori provides is thorough, high quality, and oh so time consuming. So again, you could just get started at $387 and just come into workshopsdone.com/program. So when you come into that, all that information is going to be waiting for you. So you just choose the best payment option for you, fill in all your details, and you're going to be guided to the members area. So you can get started right away today. So you can start with lesson 1 of the welcome lesson, and then you'll get the receipt emailed right to you. So save for your taxes. So I'm going to be coming, actually, I'm going to skip this part because I know I'm a little bit long here. And I'm going to turn my video back on, but I want to hear from you questions that you have about group coaching, about your promoting your webinar, about Workshops Done Academy. So we're going to be just doing some live Q&A and some live group coaching here. So come into the chat and let me know. And I'm just going to look, I have Joanne on a Google Doc on the side. And so she puts in questions for me that I might have missed. She says that Gwen was saying, I'm going to run a 7-day spring detox on May 1st. I was thinking about doing your detoxing for beginners workshop. That's another Done For You workshop that I have the week before, but maybe I'm too late and messing up my timing again. Ugh. Okay, so let's look at a calendar, and I have one right here. So May 7th is when you're going to be start. Is that the day that you start, or is that your cart close? So let me know, Gwen. Actually, Gwen, can I just unmute you real quick, and then we can quickly talk that over? Let me just, if I can promote you. So let me know if you can unmute yourself. Let's see. Gwen, are you there?
I am.
Hi, Gwen.
My computer crashed, so I'm on a laptop. It's horrible camera.
It's fine. So
Okay.
Are you starting your program on May 1st?
I'm having the kickoff on May 1st, and the program starts May 3rd.
Okay. And then what is your cart close date?
Probably May 1st.
Okay. So that would be also the cart close. Okay. So, so let's see. So then I would want you to have your webinar. First of all, I would have your cart close if you could on April 29th, because not a lot of business gets done on the weekends. Most people sign up for programs and attend things Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I think that's going to help something right there, is if you cart close on a Thursday, and that way everybody knows, okay, they have 2 days to prepare to get ready to kick off on May 1st. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then they'll get their shopping lists and everything on May 1st.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then I would do the webinar either April 20th. Oh, okay, this is coming up. Maybe the 22nd. You could do it on the 22nd. And then maybe you could add another one, or just do Facebook Lives over the weekend as well. But how does that, do you feel like you've been warming up your audience enough?
No, and so I'm already thinking I need to push this out one more week.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea, because we don't want to go through all the work and then not have anybody show up and nobody show up and sign up for a program, right?
Yeah.
So I think, so if you just do it also May 8th, let's see, is May 9th Mother's Day though? I think May 9th is Mother's Day. So you might,
Well, they won't actually start the program until the 10th, so that they can eat all they want on the 9th.
perfect. Okay, so that's perfect. That, and I would love to say, like, this is your Mother's Day gift to yourself.
Okay.
You can have, like, they say, if you want, if the kids could give it to you, their husband, you know, but I think we don't give ourselves enough gifts ourselves, right? So I actually love that idea. Okay, so then that would be, so May 8th is when you're going to be kicking off. Then you'd be starting after Mother's Day. So and then do you do the cart close on May 6th for cart close on that Thursday? And then to do your webinar the 27th, 28th, or 29th. And I always like to have 2 webinars at 2 different times, but how does that feel to you? Do you want to do 1 or 2?
Probably 2.
Okay.
And so cart close, we said it was May what?
So let's see. Cart close would be May 6th then on a Thursday.
Okay.
People just don't check their emails as much on a Friday or Saturday as Monday, Tuesday, or as Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's why we always want to have our important things on those middle dates. Okay. So then do you feel comfortable scheduling then for either April 27th, 28th, or 29th?
I need to look at my calendar to make sure, because I know I have some conflict, but I'll make sure that I can do it. And so that's the webinar.
I am so happy you showed up here live today.
Yeah, so I already put it out there for the first, but nobody took it. I had the 5-day challenge in my migraine group.
Yes.
And it was a downsell from my migraine course. But what I'm thinking now is that I will sell it and then have an upsell to my migraine course.
Yes. Okay. I
And
love
so
it.
I'll go in right now and change the dates, because right now it does say that. So I'll go change the dates.
Okay. Okay. That sounds great. Thank you so much, Gwen. Thank you.
you.
And I'm going to bring on Anne next. Let's see. And Anne, are you, let's see if it's, I'm promoting to panelist. Let me just see if you can unmute yourself, Anne, and you can have the video on or off either way. And maybe you're not in a place to talk right now. Anne, are you available to talk right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you great. So
Great.
tell us what you have going on, because I know you have a detox program coming up.
Yeah, so I don't have a warm audience. I have a cold audience.
Okay.
So I'm just starting out in my business, and I've got some email addresses. A lot of them I've just put on there because of people I know that I've had them, you know, I know them personally. But I haven't even spoken to them in a while. So essentially I have about 38 people, but they're it's a cold audience. So my original thing was I'm going to do the detox done. So I've been working through that, and I'm still having trouble getting all those pieces together. I was going to do a spring one, but I moved it to May to do a summer one instead, because there's no way I can do it for spring.
Yeah. So what is the date in May that you're going to be having your detox, your group program on?
The detox is May 24th.
Okay. Yes. May 24th to the 28th.
Right. And
Yeah,
I was planning on doing the webinar on the 12th, but part of me is like, I don't even know if I should do the webinar, because there's too much involved. I don't know.
Well, and I think I would definitely encourage you to do the webinar. And I knew my first webinar was when I did my detox, and that was, I bought it in 2015. So it's been a while ago, but I'm really glad that I did it. And you can have your notes in front of you and just let people know, you know, hey, I have my notes, so I'm going to be referring back because I don't want to miss anything to tell you, but just be your loving self. I made it bigger than what it needed to be. And the thing that I like to say over and over again is that we don't want to focus on ourselves. We want to focus on everybody that we're helping. Yeah. And when we do that, the energy shifts, that we can be more relaxed when we're helping them out.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you feel you still have time, because you have time right now, could you do you have a Facebook group?
I just opened a Facebook group and I invited like 80 people and I've got 10.
Okay, okay.
But
So-
they're people I know. you
Yeah,
know.
and that's fine. And just, post on your personal page, that you
Yeah.
have this new group so people know, and then ask, who else do you know? I'm just starting this group. If you know anybody else who's interested and then say what your niche is, invite them to the group. And it does take a little bit, but would you consider doing some Facebook Lives, like 5-minute Facebook Lives on your personal page or your Facebook group?
Oh, I'm not comfortable with the camera as it is right now, and I'm trying to do that. I can't even figure out how to turn my camera on right here. So,
Okay.
all right, here it is. There we go.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it.
So oh, where'd it go?
And and it's okay either way. But the thing is, we do need to do scary things to grow, right?
Yeah.
And I get it. There's a lot of new things that are coming up. And so breathe through it. Just breathe through it and do the next thing. We don't need to be perfect. We don't need to be perfect at all. So just having something prepared for Facebook Lives, I like to have a little outline.
Yeah.
You could do a PowerPoint or you don't have to. But if you think about that, you're only going to do it for 5 minutes. Then you could talk about different things about why detoxing is good for you. And you might be repeating what you're going to be saying on the webinar.
Okay.
And that's okay, because then you're going to say, you're going to just talk for a couple minutes, and then you can talk about, here's my tip for the day, to have some hot water in the morning with some lemon, and how it's an Ayurvedic technique and it helps the digestion to get going, and then wait 30 minutes before you eat. That could be a quick tip, and say, if you like this, I'm going to be coming back for another quick Facebook Live this time next week, and then all of a sudden you're going to say, and if you like this, come to my webinar. I'm going to be announcing the registration next week, right? So you're going to get people more comfortable with you of who, oh, Anne's a health coach now. Oh, she has this, she's has a detox program. Oh my goodness. And I like to, when I did my first program, I put it on my personal page and I just said, hey, I'm thinking about running this group program. Would anybody be interested? And I had like 25 people that said, yeah. And I said, would you be interested in being in a beta test group? They said, yeah. And so I personally messaged each one of them. And so almost all of them came to my webinar, right? So you can do many different ways of helping to build up your attendance. I think you still have time. I really like your dates with Memorial Weekend and everything. So I think you're going to be good, but I would definitely write out everything so that your cart close would probably be, May 20th.
Yep.
On that Thursday, or you can even do that 19th on that Wednesday.
I got my early bird with the 19th closing.
Oh, perfect. I love that. I love that.
The 21st for final closing.
Okay.
No, the 23rd for final closing, but I might change that.
Yeah, and I've never actually had anyone sign up after my early birds for my group programs. They're all going to show up because they want to save the $20.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
And that's the same thing like with Workshops Done Academy. I'm giving a huge free workshop with the early bird. That's $350. People are going to make sure if they want to sign up that they're going to sign up beforehand. I mean, it's just psychological.
Yep.
That's the way it is. So,
okay.
Well, keep me posted. Did you find today helpful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gives me some things to think about and work on. I think my biggest struggle right now is technology, because I've worked in the healthcare field for 40 years and I've never had to deal with technology. So learning right now, I'm trying to learn MailChimp, and it's a little bit overwhelming for me.
Yeah, and Anne, I highly recommend working with a virtual assistant. And so in Workshops and Academy, I have tutorials like how-tos, and some of them are really basic because other health coaches are in the same boat, right? They haven't been in a job before that they were using computers. So I have a lot of those, but I also, for me, I couldn't believe paying $25 an hour and they would get something done in 10 minutes that would take me an hour to do, right? So there's a lot to be said about keeping your energy positive and doing the things in your genius zone, and and not doing the things that are going to create you frustration. That we need to know basic stuff, but there are some things that you can just have somebody else help you. My tech guy, it's amazing. He'll just be like, oh yeah, I just got these 5 things done for you. And it took him a whole hour to do all of them. And so, yeah, think about possibly doing that as well. But yeah, I think you're right. You're in the exact spot of so many health coaches that are just starting out, that there is a learning curve, and you're going to get there. It will all be okay. You're exactly where you need to be.
I keep plugging away, but it's, you know, I get that frustration, and then, oh, it's that easy.
I know. One day at a time. And my mantra is like, technology comes easy to me. Technology comes easy to me. Yes, it does. So,
there you go.
it's all good. All right. Well, thank you so much, Anne, for coming on live with me. And it was Anne was one of my reasons for doing this workshop today. I had 4 other people that asked me about promotions for webinars. And then I saw Anne on a Facebook post asking, and I thought, okay, my intuition is telling me I need to just quickly put something together and put it out there, because so many people are asking about this question. And I think sometimes we have these plans, and then we also have to listen to our intuition to guide us as well. So I'm just going to see, like, Terry, I don't know if Terry is still on live or not, but she's saying, so this email sequence reminder is set up on our emails provider system, MailChimp or Zoom. So the email sequence you're going to want to have set up on your email service provider. When I first started, I didn't have an email service provider, and I would just, you know, have it all in Word, copy and paste it to my Excel list of everybody who signed up. But yeah, it's going to be in with your email service provider so that you can just have it all there. And then Renee saying, for the Done For You workshops, how long are they? Oh, that's a great question, Renee. So in Workshops Done Academy, in Module 1, I have a huge lesson on all the different ways to work with the Done For You materials, the Done For You workshops. So they can be about 2 hours. They are long workshops. So what you do is you take these workshops that start out with the intro, you have some some engagement, and then you have all the different tips. And so then what you do is you can decide, do you want to just do 10 tips for a workshop? And then the next week for a company, you're going to have the second set, right? Or do you want to have all 20 tips, but you're only going to say 3 things for each one? So you can also make these workshops into a group coaching program to do it over 6 weeks. You can do them for a podcast, right? So there's different things. Most companies, most organizations want 50 to 60 minute workshops. So that's what I usually guide you towards, is that amount, but you have the ability to customize it and to make it your own. And so then at the end of the PowerPoint, I give all these extra slides. So if you want to make it longer, you can add some things in, but I do try to guide it to be about 60 minutes. So let me know if that answered your question, if you have any questions. And let's see. Okay, let's see, Gwen. I had 14 people in my toxin-free living challenge. 11 people saw my lives each day, okay? And 4 people were active and did the homework and uploaded photos. Oh, you had a prize at the end. I love prizes, yes. But I had 3 people send me private thank you messages from the people I had no idea were watching. So you don't know who you're helping. Yeah, that's why when we're doing these weekly Facebook Lives, you may not have, you might just have 10 people on live with you, or, you know, a very small amount, but then it lives on there. So it's definitely helpful. And then to promote that you have this recording, I do all my Facebook Lives and I upload them for my website. So it's under Workshops Done Academy /video. And so it's like a blog, but it's a video blog of all my past ones, so people can search, and then I can say, hey, if you want more information on this, look at this. So, so yeah, more of the story, she says, do the lives, even if you think nobody is watching. There are quiet people out there that you are helping. They just don't want they just don't want their business known online. Yeah, absolutely. Some people are going to be quiet and some people are going to be more active, and we have to respect that. Even in our paid groups, when we have the detoxes running, I want everyone to be active, and not everybody there's many people that will never post, and that is okay. So let's see. I think that might be all the questions. One question, I do get is, for Workshops Done Academy, how long does the program take? And can I do this with a full-time job? And that's something that you have lifetime access to all the material and all the updates and everything. So you're never behind, and you can take as long as you like. But the immersion program is 8 weeks. So we're going to be kicking off April 23rd, and then we're going to be going till June 8th. And we have some implementation weeks in there as well. But we usually do like one module about a week. So it's really doable to get that done. But if you need it, you have more time. So it's all good. But most people spend about 4 to 5 hours a week on the homework. So you can absolutely do it with a full-time job as well. So yeah, thank you. Joanne just posted the link in the Zoom, and that's at workshopsdone.com/program. And Joanne, if there's anything else on Facebook, please let me know if there's any questions there that I can answer right now. Okay, and I think we are good. And if anybody has any questions or you want to talk with me one-on-one, let me know. I am offering some live Q&A tomorrow and on let me just go to something else here so I can show you exactly what I'm trying to show you. I'm going to be doing some live Q&A. And that's going to be tomorrow at 3:30 Central Time. So that's going to be at 4:30 Eastern Time. And then also on April 20th, that I'm going to be going live at 2 p.m. So this is just going to be live Q&A. And I love these. Like, we're all just, our pictures are on if you want. And we just talk about our workshops and Workshops Done Academy. And you can get your questions answered if you have more questions. But right now, we do have the fast action bonus going on. So if you're looking for getting that bonus with the email list, definitely sign up before we're done here today. And I promised before I was going to show you just a landing page for a masterclass. Now, this masterclass was last week, but you can go and get access right now. So what I had on here was yes to sign up. Now it's instant access. But this part right here, that's all you need for landing page. You don't need all this other stuff. If you want, maybe you just do what you're going to learn, but you don't need to have everything here. Just keep it super simple. And then when people sign up, they're going to be directed to the replay page. And so then they get instant access. So when you record your webinar, then you have another place to go to see it there. So anyway, thank you guys all so much for being on live with me today. If you have any questions, reach out to me directly. Otherwise, have a beautiful Sunday. Bye-bye, everybody.